Hi guys, it's me, Sarah Rice from MTV's The Challenge and ambassador for PAVE, and I'm here to chat with you a little bit about teen violence prevention and awareness. And February is, of course, Teen Violence Prevention and Awareness Month, so what better time to chat about it? And after coming out on the show about my surviving sexual abuse and talking with so many fellow survivors, a lot of the questions I get are about relationships and what it's like to be in a relationship after you've gone through something traumatic. And a lot of people just ask if they're ever going to be ready to be in a relationship again. And the truth is, it's difficult. It's really hard and it takes a really long time, but it's not impossible. And I've been in wonderful relationships. And a lot of that just comes with first working on you and first working on the things in your life that you need to feel whole and to feel complete. Because a lot of times after we've been victimized, there's a feeling of emptiness. There's a feeling of like something's missing and something was taken from us that we can't get back. And it's often that survivors will, well, you know what, I'll call them victims because in this mindset, they are still in that victim mindset. They will seek the wrong kind of attention, and they'll seek sometimes relationships that aren't healthy because it's something, and maybe they'll sacrifice some of their own feelings and some of their own needs, and sometimes even their safety in relationships because they think that what they're getting back is love, but that's usually never true. If you're ever trying to fill that hole, it it won't come through a relationship. I have this whole theory. I call it my cake theory, and it goes, your all the things that are important in your life, your school, your education, your financial situation, your relationships with your family, all those things are like the ingredients in your cake, like your flour, your sugar, your relationship with your families, your butter, and all those are key ingredients, and you need all of them to make your cake. And a relationship is like the icing on the cake. Once you have all of your ingredients, you can mix it up, you can put it in the oven, it can come out, and it'll still taste great. But when you add a relationship, when you add the icing, it makes it all that much better. But you can never use a relationship or icing to replace one of your key ingredients. You can never use icing to replace sugar or flour. It just wouldn't work the same. You need all those ingredients first. So I think that's the same thing in relationships. First, you need to make sure you have all of your ingredients, all the things that are important in your life. Self-esteem is a big one, and make sure that all those other areas in your life are being fulfilled before you go jumping into a relationship, because it's so often that we try to use a relationship to fill that hole, and a lot of times that just leads to problems down the road. The relationships that I've had that have been really successful ones are ones where I love myself first, and that there's that old saying, like, if you can't love yourself, how do you expect anybody else to? And that's totally true. First work on loving you, and then people can't help but love you when you love yourself. And a lot of that just comes with time and comes with being able to not be ashamed of anything that's happened to you in the past. If I were still pretending that nothing ever happened to me, or I never spoke out about things that happened in my past in relationships with people, even in my own family, like, I would probably be in terribly unhealthy relationships because I'm keeping something, I'm holding something in. But when you're able to be open and when you're able to be the most free and most real version of yourself, you'll be in a healthy relationship because people can't help but be drawn to that. And like attracts like. And if you care and you love yourself and you have confidence in yourself, you will absolutely attract people who have those same qualities. But, it takes a long time to get there. And not all of us are there yet. But that's okay too. And the greatest thing is that we have so many resources out there for people who maybe are in unhealthy relationships. And if you are in one, I really strongly urge you to reach out. You can go to PAVE's website, and there are resources there where you can find help from fellow survivors and from people who have gone through the same thing you've gone through, and know that you can get out, and a relationship should never hurt, whether that's emotionally, physically, or sexually. And you should never be saying no and have somebody not listen. And if you feel unsafe and if you feel like you're in a dangerous relationship, we're here to help, and PAVE's got your back, and so do everybody. So do so many people out there, myself included. And I just encourage all of you guys to love yourself so that other people can love you just as much. And if you are in a wonderful relationship, love that person, hug that, kiss that person, and thank them for supporting you, and support them back. And if you are not in a healthy relationship, I urge you to really take a strong look at it and get the help that you need, and know that you're not alone, and know that there are wonderful, all relationships should be wonderful and fantastic. And with that, happy Valentine's Day and much love from Sarah, your PAVE ambassador.